guys, well, today is Saturday, so I can't tell you how many people have sent me private messages, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and they were like, tell us how you do your makeup, can you do like a mini tutorial? So that's what I'm doing today. This look would be great for Valentine's Day, this would be great if you're going out with your girlfriends, or just like a regular Monday night. I mean, who's to judge? So here we go. Here is how I go from this to this. Alright, so I realized that this looks a little bit silly. It's just like a cheap headband. I think I got it from Ulta. I'll link it down below. But it's just a great way to like keep the hair out of my face so that I've got something to work with. Alright, so first we are going to start with primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Just rub it all over the skin. This is going to give your foundation something to cling on to, especially if you are wanting it to last all day long. This is great. Alright, so next it's totally up to you. You can do your eyes first, you can do your base first. I'm going to go ahead and start with this base because I got some breakups that I just want to go away. So I like to use, if I'm looking for a good matte foundation that is super affordable, this is the Rimmel Stay Matte. I'm in the shade True Ivory, which is 103. Love this, stays on all day, you'll stay matte. If you want something else that is a little bit more high end, this is another amazing one, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Professional Foundation. The stuff is amazing as well. Alright, so we're just going to start by buffing that all over the skin. I like this little just flat top kabuki brush. This is Morphe. They've got really great affordable brushes. And for me, I know a lot of people like to use a beauty blender. This just works fine to me. A lot of times I'm in a hurry, so I just go ahead and use this. If you're wondering what the heck is going on, why do I have a bruised lip? No, I didn't get a fight or anything crazy like that. I just got a lip injection. So if you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below as well. It is healing, so right now we're just dealing with it. Also, my Kybella is healing. If you didn't see that video, I will link it down below as well. I've had a lot done, but it's been great. I'm just in the healing process right now. So unfortunately, I'm impatient. I wanted to like have immediate results, but that's okay. Alright, so next up we are going to work on covering up these dark circles. If you wake up at 3 a.m. every day, this is what it's going to look like. So fortunately, we have a great concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Sand. I dare you to find a better concealer ever on the market. You probably can't. I'm just obsessed with this stuff. So this is my first time filming with these studio lights, and I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a million degrees. I am sweating. I don't know where you live. I live in Florida, and right now the weather cannot make up its mind. Does it want to be hot? Does it want to be cold? Today it's like a solid 70, and a couple of days ago I was wearing a scarf. So, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so next I like to set the face. Like I said, I live in Florida. It's always a million degrees. I have oily skin, so I like to just go ahead and put some powder all over my face. One of the powders that I like to use, which is drugstore, this is again Rimmel Stay Matte. This is in the color Transparent, or if you want just a little bit more, you can use the Ben Nye. This is a luxury banana powder. This will literally last you your entire life, so it's not necessarily cheap, but there is a ton of it. So I'm just going to dip like a fluffy brush into that powder, and I like to pat it underneath my eyes. This is going to help your concealer from it not creasing and making it look like you're a million years old. Then I'm going to take that Stay Matte powder and I'm going to put it all over the rest of my face. Alright, next I like to go ahead and put my brows on. One of my favorite tools to do that, this is the Anastasia Beverly Brow Wiz. This is like no surprise, everybody uses this. It's a great way to get those fine hairs so it doesn't look like you got really bushy, unkept, penciled on brows. This is the way to do it. So I like to start at the front and I just sort of color in the front. I will say I've been pretty lucky to be able to keep somewhat full brows. When I was in high school, probably everybody used to do this, but you used to over tweeze your brows, and so now I just like to let them grow out, and then all I have to do is pencil them in. After that, the other side of this pencil has a little spoolie, so you can go through and you can just kind of brush them out, make sure that it is all evenly coated. I like to go ahead and bronze to get my cheeks out of the way. I love this Benefit Cheek Parade palette. It is not cheap, but the one thing great about this is that there are so many colors in here. You've got the Hoola bronzer, you've got Hoola Light, which is great if you like to do a nose contouring, if you've got really pale skin. They've also got 3 different sort of blushes and highlights, and it comes with a little handy mirror. So this thing is great. If you're buying them individually, you might as well go ahead and buy this kit. So I like to pick up some of that Hoola bronzer, the original one, and I will just dust it lightly on my cheeks. Give you that like Kim Kardashian cut face crease situation. I'm going to dip into some blush. There's a lot of different blush palettes that I like. The Chrissy Teigen one is really great from Becca. This is the Sephora Winter Flush palette that they just came out this winter. Obviously, we're moving on to spring, but the colors are great. And the cool thing about this is that they've also got sort of a highlight color on the side, so you can dip in to just the regular matte blush, or if you want to do a little highlight, you can just mix your brush all together. After that, I like to pop on a little or a lot bit of highlight, depending on what you're feeling or where you're going or how much you have. This is obviously the Becca Champagne Pop Jaclyn Hill. This is the most amazing highlight I've ever found. There's a lot of amazing different highlighters on the market. Wet n Wild has a really great dupe for this if you're looking for something drugstore, but for me, this is a massive pan and it's gonna last me forever. Alright, so speaking of Jaclyn Hill, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. This thing is disgusting. So I got the original one before she switched to like the wipeable kind of topping to it. This is just cardboard and it does get really dirty, but it is super affordable. And when you're talking about how many colors, I'm embarrassed to even show this to you guys, but when you're talking about how many colors you're getting in this, it is totally worth it. Every single shade is super creamy. You have everything here that you need to create a full look if you want a pop of color, if you want to do something natural. So today, like I said, we're going to do a little bit of a smoky eye, just really, really easy. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the color. This is Silk Cream. It is like a tan sort of base color that I'm just going to put all over my lid to start with. This is going to help everything blend together and be seamless. If you guys see this vanity behind me and you're wondering where did that come from, so my dad and I actually made this. I'm obsessed with this thing and it's the best place to just sit down and do my makeup. I actually have a tutorial coming up on how we put it together and all the products, so whenever that's up, I'll also link it down below, but it is just something that I found on Pinterest, and of course everything looks easier whenever you see it on Pinterest, but it really was. I mean, I needed his electrical help as far as the lights and the wiring and things like that, but other than that, it was relatively simple to put together and way cheaper than something that you can buy online. Alright, next I'm going to dip into this color, Central Park. It is like a deep sort of brown color, and we're just going to put that above sort of where our crease is. So yeah, the actual vanity is from IKEA, super cheap. I just got a laminate top to go on top of it so that if I spill anything, which I always do, then it wouldn't damage the actual desk. But it's got a drawer in there so I can put, you know, a bunch of my makeup and hair and beauty stuff in there. And then the top part is just something that we sort of rigged together with some vanity lights, a mirror, and mounted it all onto a board. Alright, next I'm going to take an e.l.f. This is just a crease brush, say that 10 times fast. It's just a little bit fluffier because we're going to put it on the outside, and we're going to take that color Abyss, which is obviously the black color, on the bottom, and this is where you want to be really light-handed because, like I said, these shadows are really pigmented, so you just want to tap it on there, and then we're going to put it on the outer corner and sort of go in circular motions so that we're blending everything together. That is how this look is going to be the best, is if you blend, 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 and then blend some more. I'm curious to hear what everyone's Valentine's Day plans are. I cannot believe I just got ready for New Year's. Like, it feels like 2 days ago, and now we're already talking about Valentine's Day. So, are you going somewhere? Do you have someone? Are you like me and riding solo? I feel like Valentine's Day is really cute if you're like in a new relationship, but I know my parents, they're just kind of, they've been married literally forever, and they're just kind of like, oh yeah, Valentine's Day, I guess I should get a card. Alright, so going back in with that original brush that we had, I'm just going to pick up these two lightest colors on the top. It is in Light and Beam, and I'm sort of just going to mix them both together, and that's going to be the top highlight for our eye. Alright, cool, so my camera stopped recording, naturally, so I'm going to get you caught up on how we got from that to this. Basically, you can choose whatever kind of top eyeliner you want. I know a lot of beauty gurus and YouTubers, they all use the gel liner. Me, personally, I've been using liquid liner since I was like 9 years old. So, this is from Revlon. It's this Color Stay Skinny, and I really like it because it's a lot easier for you to get into the corners of your eye. Next up, I just took my crayon eyeliner and I went ahead and put it on the bottom waterline. This one is from Ardency Inn. It's the Monster. I haven't found a liner that, like a crayon one, that I'm really crazy about, so if you have any suggestions, definitely let me know. Next up, you're just going to take a smudge brush. This is kind of gross actually, but it's from e.l.f. and we're just going to dip it back into the Abyss color in the Jaclyn Hill palette, that black color, and you're just going to smoke out that bottom lash line. Alright, so once that is all set, it's totally up to you if you just want to coat your lashes with mascara. You can call it a day. For me, I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I remember there was a style that I used all throughout high school, and when they discontinued it, it was like I needed a funeral. I was so upset. But this stuff is pretty amazing. They've also got the Lash Paradise, which I think is in a pink container and is pretty great too, but this works for me. After that, because I am extra, I like to put on some false lashes. You can either do the strip lashes, or if you're a little bit intimidated by that, or if you just want something that is not quite as intense as a strip lash, I love these. These are the Ardell Lash Trios. You've probably seen like the individual lashes that you can put on. Ain't nobody got time for that, at least I certainly don't. So I like these trios because they're natural looking, but they're also a lot easier to put on than individual lashes. So one of my great recent findings has been this duo glue. Duo can be found anywhere, but it is black. So that way, whenever it's drying on your lash line, you don't have like white glue sticking everywhere, and it is just way better in case you make a mistake. One of the keys to having great lashes, I think, is to find a good pair of tweezers, put the lash glue right here on the line, and then the real key is to just let it be for a minute. So you can either blow on it or watch some Netflix, go grab a bite to eat, and then come back. Once you do that, you can just pop that right on the outer corner, and it really is that simple. So I don't know, maybe you guys can help me. I went to go get my nails done today, and I wanted something that was like a pinky nude sort of, but I chose a color. The guy said no, it's going to be way too pink, so he made me get a different color, and this is way too nude. It is like see-through. So if you know a great nail color that is somewhere in between all of that, that is not sheer, hit your girl up, because I am in the market. I used to have acrylics. I had them forever, but they're just so damaging to your nails. I know you can do SNS, but I haven't tried it yet. I am trying to make my natural nails grow. 2018, we will regrow. Maybe, or we won't. I don't know. So one other thing that I'm trying really hard to make happen in 2018 is drinking less soda. If you know me, you know my addiction is real to some caffeine and sugar, and so I've been off of it for, oh my god, this is like day 4, even though it feels like day a million, and the withdrawal symptoms are like the devil, right? Like I have no energy. That's why I wanted to just like get up and do my makeup so that maybe I would leave the house because all I want to do is sleep. I'm just so tired all the time. And I know once you get over that like initial withdrawal period, then all of a sudden you're supposed to have like bursts of energy. So we'll see. Last but not least, we have lips. I've got to cover this bruise. This is just, you can take any kind of mauve-y nude lip liner. This is by Essence. I think I got it at Ulta. It's drugstore. It's very cheap. After that, it is totally up to you how like bold you want to get. If you want to do like a red lip if for Valentine's Day, if you want to do like a dark vampy kind of lip. For me, I'm gonna go ahead and just stick to my natural nude. This is amazing, you guys. This is a Smashbox. It is the Be Legendary Triple Tone Lipstick. This is a nude ombre. So this is their ombre lipstick, which sounds a little bit sketch at first, but for me, I love it. So it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's got a darker color on the top, and then it goes down to a really light nude, which goes on the inside of your lip. It just kind of makes them look fuller, and it's a little bit different than just having a plain, blank, boring old nude. So I'll show you what it looks like. So that's what it looks like. It's a little bit lighter in the middle and then a little bit darker around the outside. It's totally up to you if you want to just leave it like this or if you want to be extra and put some gloss on. This one is from Estee Lauder. It is just sort of a light pinky kind of gloss. And that's it. We've got our sort of a glam Valentine's Day smoky situation going on. I hope you guys like it. If there's anything else that you want to see, let me know, and I hope you have a great day.